guys, Leonix here.
And Moon.
Same old scrubs.
Brand new set.
Welcome to Rant.
The 1 count. Bench up for double. Bench up, Gale. Double it. Oh, look at the cleanse. Look at the move. What was that?
Hey guys, welcome to today's episode of Rant. I'm your host, Leonix.
And I'm Moon.
We're joined by two special guests, the bot lane of Team Impulse, Apollo Price and Adrian Ma.
Woohoo! Yeah! Today we're going to go over an in-depth discussion with them on their careers and their adjustments to the new season.
Okay, so we'll start off. Apollo, you're 20 years old, and Adrian, you're 17. We'll begin with you, Apollo. The name change. You're Wiz Fusion.
Yeah.
You're Wiz Fusion. Why? What was the?
Wait, why did I change?
Yeah, why did you change it?
Well,
well, I think Apollo is great.
I mean, a lot of my fans wanted me to change it just because everyone thought it was a cool name, but it took me a while to just decide that I finally should change it, and it kind of fits because on a new team, kind of starting a new thing, so I figured I might as well give what the fans want, give what they want. Okay,
so you come from Washington. Everett, Washington, correct? And you were computer science major. And what was that road like to decide? Hey, I'm gonna put this on hold and join LCS.
I mean, yeah, it's when I went to school. I kind of had to split between there's playing League and doing studying. So I either wanted to fully commit into League or fully commit into my major, but I wouldn't say it was a difficult decision. It was more like I had to make sure that if I was going to do it, then I would put my 100% effort in.
So you actually are approached from Team Coast to fill in for the spots of Mash Me back in the day in season 4. In fact, people kind of knew that there was a little bit of conflict there in the team. Could you reflect on that, or do you have any knowledge of that?
Are you saying in the beginning of Team Coast?
Yeah, on Team Coast when you actually replaced the AD carry.
Let's see. Well, in the beginning, I didn't really know much about what was going on in the team, but when I first joined, everything seemed fine without Mash Me. So I mean, we all got along pretty well, I'd say, and then we played. Maybe we didn't perform that well as a team, but I don't think there was much conflict per se.
When you were joining and learning that there was a conflict, were you kind of hesitant at first, or how did the team embrace you when you kind of filled in those shoes? Was it just automatically, oh, we're all happy and dandy, or?
Yeah, I mean it took a while to get used to. When I wasn't. I mean, I was obviously excited to join Team Coast, especially, obviously the LCS experience and whatnot, but it was a little different than I expected, because it's kind of, everyone was not shy, but not as talkative, and wasn't like this really happy environment. It was just very mellow. So after we got all along, then it was fine, but it just took a little build up, I guess. Okay,
so just take it back a little bit, right? At Team Coast, what was the road like from Team Coast to Team Impulse now, the former LMQ?
What was
that road like?
Like I said, we didn't obviously do that well as a team, but my time on Team Coast definitely helped me improve as a player, and then obviously during my break, it helped me as well. Just I learned a lot, not necessarily just about the game, but about how to work with people, how to work as a team. Dealing with different personalities on the team, so it's just a learning experience. And after I guess now it's been a year, exactly a year, and I think it's gonna be good.
All right, you actually play for quite some time on LoL Pro after Team Coast. Unfortunately, they got relegated. But how was the experience on LoL Pro, and then I guess eventually, in the last month, announcing that you're on Team Impulse? Yeah,
Team LoL Pro, we actually had a pretty good roster, in terms of individual player and skill, but 3 of our players were currently enrolled in high school, so we didn't have that much time for practice, and we only maybe scrim once or twice a day, or 2 hours a day, I guess is the best way to put it. And it just wasn't enough. When you have Team Coast was in a gaming house, all 5 players playing like 8 hours a day for scrimming. You can't really compete with that. But it ended up, I still learned a lot. It just didn't work out, I guess.
Okay, so a lot of people, including me at first, thought you're a white guy. joining LMQ, but you're actually half Asian, right? So I know that. Were you hesitant in joining the team, knowing that there was a full foreign team? Like, do you know any of the languages, or?
I mean, it wasn't. I was hesitant. Like, I mean, I obviously asked how many people knew English, because that's going to be it's pretty important, right? Like, I want to be able to speak to other people. But I mean, I knew Adrian spoke English well, and then well, it's relatively okay. And then Rush is actually good at English as well. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. You know, we're going to use more pings. We're going to use very broken English. But I knew that it's still the players are good enough where we can still do well.
Do you think that moving from team to team has taught you how to adapt better to teams without actually having to use verbal communication? Do you think that synergy just happens after all that experience?
Intuition.
Yeah,
intuition, it's also prep. You know, just learning as a team, growing together. Then you start to know what you have to do without actually having to say anything. You know,
habits, pretty much.
Yeah. So I mean, not only just screaming, but watching together and all that stuff. So yeah.
Oh.
I've noticed that you've been streaming almost every day on Azubu, and playing AD carry bot lane and multiple positions. But what I really want to know, that since you've been playing every day, how does a player like you, and this can go to you as well, Adrian, how do you stay fresh? For example, Tabs from EU, he's been quoted saying, "Oh yeah, a 9 to 5 workplace, hour range of me playing League of Legends is, perfect for me, but." When a Korean's like, oh yeah, we play 12 plus hours and we, scrim daily. What's the regiment for both of you?
I mean, I play quite a bit. I wouldn't say how many hours I play, but maybe 8 to 10 maybe. It just kind of depends. And I don't know, it's like a habit. I just want to keep on practicing, keep on getting better. And I don't really think of it as a grind anymore, but just a way to keep up my skills, especially since we're not scrimming that much right now.
Adrian?
I play as much as Wiz. Yeah, it's not a grind anymore. I don't even think when I play. I'm just trying to keep up my skill level.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Okay, so Adrian, you actually have 6 challenger accounts on League, and Apollo, you have also 5, correct? Where do you,
do you do it for the challenge?
Crazy.
Do you do it for fun? Is it
yeah.
just how many times can I get up here?
The queue times are really, really bad.
Because you take up all the space.
Yeah, on a low challenger smurf, I can sit in queue for an hour by myself.
That's ridiculous. Do you just get all these computers right here and just log into all the accounts and just easy elo, guys? Is that the secret, or?
Yeah. Generally speaking, we try to queue up against ourselves so we have an easier time playing. But
all right. So being the gods of solo queue that you are, 6 accounts, multiple accounts in Challenger, do you, in solo queue, do you bend over your opponents backwards, or you tell them, oh, it's just the tip, or what's that like in solo queue? Do they know you, or do a lot of people know you? Because at first when Adrian was announced, Popstar Adrian, that's how I knew your username, but I didn't even know that you were Catarific Rules or all your different accounts. Where do you get that from?
Well, most high elo people know it's me, but if you're watching a stream, you wouldn't know it's me.
Yeah.
So.
Do you do that on purpose? Do you kind of want to stay under the radar, or?
No, I don't stay under the radar. I just make troll names to make fun of people.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
When it comes to solo queue, if you see any other higher tier or high tier elo players, do you take a step back, or do you just kind of treat them as normal players, or you take it more seriously? How's that
against LCS players?
Yeah, how's that relationship like?
It's way easier playing against pros, because it's fun to beat them, because you can watch your stream after and laugh at them when you beat them.
That's some ghosty stuff right there.
Yeah. So, Adrian, we'll go back on your career a little bit. You've actually played on a team with Nintendo Dex, or how what was that?
Oh, Team Gyrations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, how was that?
I was with B-Sin, Yusui, and Keith McBrief.
how did that come to about, or you actually joined XCG later on?
I didn't actually play with them. Like, I went on vacation, and they lost the playoffs.
XCG? Oh, so you didn't
No, Gyrations.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really play on XCG. Like, it was a last-minute sub because they needed a player to go with them to LA.
Oh, okay. So that didn't really count as you trying to like actually play in the LCS with them. It was just a subbing.
Yeah, it was a subbing thing.
Oh, okay. So how does it feel now, since from going to that like mini step to now playing on the LCS like officially? How does that feel?
Feels really good. Like,
Yeah, I bet.
big jump.
Okay, so you actually from XCG, you bounced to RMU. Was that, I know you're a young guy at the time, so like was that the initial, oh, I'm just gonna go to school, or was pro in the back of your mind, or what was that acquisition like?
Yeah, pro was at the back of my mind. I just wanted to improve as a player, and I know Adrian could really help me. He's the coach for RMU. He's a really well-respected guy.
Okay, so at RMU, they offered full scholarships. I'm sure like everyone wants to know how does that work, and how did they come to you? Did you approach them, or did they approach you, or?
Adrian personally approached me, but like everyone else approaches them.
Okay.
What's the lineup like at that school? Is it mostly only like the best of the best, or do they have every like ranking, and do they
It's
train
pretty
from the
diverse.
bottom up? It's diverse?
Yeah.
How is the coaching system out there?
They have like 5 coaches. A few of them are experienced, and some of them aren't.
Did you find the overall experience to be helpful though for you?
Yeah, it's pretty helpful. It was a great
He's
experience.
only been there for a month.
I know, but I mean that's enough time to at least learn something, right?
Okay, so you guys actually are undefeated at RMU. If being mirroring traditional sports at RMU, let's say football, for instance, or their basketball team, and you have to be the best for that. Did you feel that we're the challenger kids at RMU? Why are bronzies or silver or like on the team, or do you think that was like
Yeah, we felt invincible when we were playing at RMU. No one could stop us.
Is there any special memory back at RMU that you like kind of like hold deeply, or that you cherish?
Nothing stood out really. I just
You're
played
just
league all
like,
day.
I'm going pro. That's it, right?
Yeah.
How old are you when you decided that you wanted to try and go pro? Because I know that you've been playing since you were like 12 years old?
Like 14.
14? Oh, okay. I thought it was 12. Wow, that's a really long time still.
Yeah.
Was that like a goal from the beginning, or
No,
you just
I
for
was just playing
fun?
casually, having fun with friends.
Were you just like dominating? Like what happened that we were like, whoa, I'm actually good at this?
Yeah, I started dominating. Like, solo queue was really easy.
How long did it take you to get challenger when you started trying to actually get up there?
Well, I was challenger in season 3. I had 4 accounts in season 3.
Already.
I
That's
did
amazing.
it.
That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Pretty instant thing then.
So, how does it feel to be the first student, a collegiate, to join LCS? You're the first of its kind.
Yeah.
You're essentially living the dream, man. Like,
Yeah.
How does that
how does that feel?
Feels unreal. Like, I'm really grateful to Alex.
All right. Okay. To quote from ESPN, and I hate to drop this from you, but it's gotten
Actually, I know this one.
You know this one? All right. All right.
Prepared.
I'm 5'9", 110 pounds, but I'm a killer in the game. Some people worship me, and I'm a god to them.
You have to explain yourself on that.
Are you?
How do you do
are
it,
you-
Adrian?
Is that really you? Like, did that come from
Did that just come out, or?
No,
or
it was
explain the
scripted.
backstory. It's
Now he
scripted?
says that to me all the time. Like
He's like, I'm used to hearing that.
Are
Every
you
time he lands.
Are you taking over DoubleLift's trash talking, or?
I'm not arrogant.
Did they tell you to say
Yeah,
that?
they told me to say that.
Oh my
He's lying.
god. They're
Okay.
trying to paint a mean picture of you.
All right, so LCS now. That is 10 teams. 10 teams
Yeah.
now, new format.
How do you feel about the new format? Do you think it's an improvement?
I feel like 1 game a day is pretty bad. Like, not as many games we could get.
Apollo, like kind of.
I
How
mean,
does this affect you?
it just increases the competition, I guess. Like, even though you're gonna have a very, you know how you have like the bottom half of the team, like bottom half of the LCS, like it's gonna be really distinct. Like most of the teams on the bottom are gonna kind of stay on the bottom because they won't scrim against the top teams. So
awesome.
it's gonna be difficult for them. But I mean, I think it's gonna increase the competition, which is good.
Okay, so would you say that with less games and now with a different format of now taking a little bit, kind of like some pros from OGN, for instance, do you think this actually is developing more talent in the NA in the LCS scene? Taking it more seriously, I guess?
Yeah, you start to see like a lot of organizations getting into it, which also means that they're going to be kind of like breeding the talent, which maybe like a year ago you didn't really see the challenger teams getting a team house to practice. I think only maybe was it Quantic that did that, and then they were successful with that. At least like a year, you didn't see that many amateur teams getting like gaming houses and like
Taking it as seriously.
Yeah, taking it serious. But now like organizations are getting into it. Like they're going to like really, like even if the team isn't that great in terms of individual skill, like they're still going to pick up these players, and then it's just going to increase the competition even more, which is it's good, but. I don't know. It's hard to tell what's going to happen.
How do you feel about there being more weight on each of the games now that, like, no matter what happens, if you're last, you're out, and if you're first in Challenger, you're up, like, things like that, or, like, getting into going to Worlds no matter what if you have, like, a certain amount of points and all that. How do you feel about, like, the weight of that?
I think there's, like, a post on Twitter about this, but it's, like, someone said that, and I agree with them, that just because you're 10th place in LCS doesn't necessarily mean the first place in Challenger is going to be better than them. And that's just, like... I mean, it's true.
So
you know,
true.
LCS is a lot more competitive. It is nothing compared to a challenger scene.
Do you think that this change might actually affect that though, and make it so that it's a lot more competitive than challenger?
I mean, yeah, I guess I agree with that. It definitely can make it more challenging, but it seems really like forced almost. You know, it's just kind of like. I don't know why they put that there.
Maybe they didn't want all of the extra matches. I'm not so sure.
Now, in the amateur circuit, the Challenger series and whatnot, is there any specific players that kind of like stick out to you now that you're in the LCS? Or are you like kind of like big brother or looking over little brother? Like these guys are good, or is it actually developing, or are we seeing improvement somewhere in there?
I mean, they're good. I think because I usually see the amateur scene or challenger players in solo queue. It's like they're gonna be good in solo queue, but you can never really tell how good they are until you scrim them. So because they could be good, in solo queue, and I can relate to this. But if you can't play as a team, then you're not gonna be able to, you're not gonna get to the highest level. Or, you're not even close to the highest level. You can't play as a team. So, yeah, it's just really hard to tell.
I've noticed that you guys have been doing a lot in solo queue and whatnot. How's that relationship like? I know that you've played with Daydream and you've played with countless AD carries. Is there, when you guys met, was like, oh, I've played with this guy, we click right away, or when Alex Q messaged you guys, I have this player and this player, and it's like, oh, I've never played with him, or how's that relationship been working out in the bot lane?
I think we played a while. Not only did we play in solo queue, but we actually played together already, do it a lot.
We do it a lot.
Yeah,
before.
so it's I wouldn't say we just clicked immediately, but we already had a feel for things when we started playing together. So it's gonna take some time, but I think we feel pretty good right now.
For you, Adrian, actually, I wanted your perspective on this. As a support player, are there any specific philosophies in the game or specific attributes that an AD carry player is perfect for you? Or are you the support player that makes the AD carry shine, or is it vice versa?
Yeah, I think I'm the one that make him shine.
Yeah, okay.
Is this guy the one that's speaking for you in the game, or are you oh, we're going in, GG, 100%?
How much of a shot calling support
yeah,
are you?
That's
what I want.
how
much of a shot calling support are you?
He's more of a shot calling AD carry.
Follow me.
I follow him.
Yeah, he asks questions.
Should I go in?
Yeah, should I go in? I do that a lot.
In this meta, are there any champions in the bot lane that you guys kind of hold more valuable than other ones? I know that you've been playing a lot of Sivir and Twitch, and I don't even know what champions you play, Adrian, so...
Yeah, he doesn't actually play League of Legends.
I don't play League of Legends.
He's just sitting there.
It's just all over the place. How do you value?
One of the strongest supports right now is Janna.
Janna?
Even after the recent change?
Yeah, I think she's still real strong.
Still really good?
Yeah.
How do you feel about the new item? What's it called? The Zrot's... How do you... Zrot's portal?
ZZ
Zrot's portal?
Isn't it disabled right now?
Yeah, it's disabled.
Yeah, it's disabled.
It's disabled? Oh, okay.
It's broken.
Yeah.
What do you think about the stats on it, I guess?
Yeah, how do you feel about the potential of it?
I actually haven't seen it in game.
I mean, yeah, we haven't been able to see it at all. I saw it like maybe once, and it was just funny looking. It's like, oh, that's cute, and then you just kill it.
It's
Like
like
a
this
little minion.
little Malzahar like
Yeah.
running around on the map.
I mean, I could see it being used maybe for sieges because it tanks turret shots, so like it's a little bit easier. Like, I wonder if Baron buffs those things up. Probably not. But
Not so sure.
yeah, I don't know. It's a weird item and it's been disabled, so it's kind of hard to say.
There's actually some things going on on the Twitter sphere and Reddit. Phantom Dancer, I want to ask you, being an AD carry main myself.
Oh yeah, so much more crit.
Yeah, there's more crit. Like, do you value Static Shiv more than Phantom Dancer
Do
still?
you get
or,
both? What?
Yeah, like, or what's the deal with that?
I go first out in PD. It's that better.
First out in PD.
It's they were both like really similar, like PD and Static Shiv, and you saw a lot of people just go Static Shiv just because wave clear, and I don't know, it just felt like more comfortable, and also the build path was a little bit nicer because you can go Avarice Blade. But now that it got nerfed, I think PD is definitely stronger, but at the same time, you might not even see that many ADs going PD or Static Shiv. Like, you see like a lot of Yomus because, like I said, the build path is nicer, and it just like works with a lot of AKs right now. Not to mention, there's actually not that many ADs that go like Static Shiv and PD. So you see, let's see, Kog'Maw's getting played, and that is, you go like Triforce and then Bork and then maybe PD or IE, and then another example is like Corki, another Trinity Force champion. So the strong AD carries right now don't necessarily have to go PD or Static Shiv. So
How do you feel about the Infinity Edge change now that it has actually less?
Makes
really
Trinity
relevant?
Force champions a little bit stronger because their power spike is increased essentially, like compared to the other. So let's just say you're playing Corki and you're against like a Sivir. Sivir goes first down in IE, Corki goes first down in Trinity Force. Corki's gonna be stronger, like more like he was already stronger, but now he's even more stronger because the AD's like weak. So
Oh, I see.
it doesn't make that much of a difference, but it's still something to like keep in mind.
In that situation, do you think that the recent change with Corki and like the extra mana cost of Valkyrie is gonna like even that matchup a little bit?
Yeah, I'd say. I mean,
Maybe that
the
was
damage
the-
is still the same, but it's just annoying to have to.
Wait to do
Yeah,
it.
you have to keep in mind that you have to have 100 mana almost at all times, or else you don't have an escape.
So your roster coming up for the season 5 season, you guys just recently acquired formerly SKT's Impact in the top lane, and I'm gonna go on about this how he's
He's a world champion.
yeah, he's a world champion. How does that feel? Yeah,
Look
right.
at him.
Right. Who's favorite?
What team
right?
is he on?
Yeah, right. Like, what the hell is this SKT? So you guys acquire a world champion.
Is that exciting?
Top
Is that
laner?
hard?
Yeah, is that exciting or?
I mean, it's obviously gonna be fun to play with. I want to see how it works. I want to see how much I can learn from him.
He's gonna have a lot of experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just because of his experience. Yeah.
Okay, with the legacy of LMQ, being a world-class team, making to worlds, and doing it actually exceptionally well in the group stages, do you guys kind of feel the weight of a legacy and filling those shoes, or how is that?
Xiao on your back, like we have to do it again, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. Are you typing up to Vasily like, what do I do, or
How do I you?
how do I do this, or?
I don't feel that much pressure. I don't know. I think.
Do you have
I think
faith?
I have
going
faith.
on?
I
You
just
seem very
I feel like we'll do our best. Like we'll be fine, I guess.
We're fine.
Yeah.
Just
we'll
solo
be fine.
queue gods.
Do you have
that's it,
any
right?
speculations of things that are going to be other teams that are going to be difficult for you guys to go against yet, or is there who do you think is going to be really good and we ought to beat those people team right now?
Maybe even specifically in the bot lane.
Yeah,
or-
maybe
or-
even just a duo bot lane or whatever.
What do you think, Adrian?
Any
I think
goals?
Lustboy and Turtle are the best right now.
Nice.
They're the best right now.
Wait, whoa, that was
Whoa,
actually.
In NA.
in NA. Okay. So I got a quote
Shots fired.
from DoubleLift. Wiz Fusion is the top 2 to 4 AD carries in North America in season 4.
Okay.
He says that.
All right. How do
Is
you
that-
feel?
is that an objective for
Is
you
that-
and a goal for you to achieve, coming to NA? All these guys are are top tier LCS teams. I'm gonna LCS 80 carries. Is that a goal for you?
I mean, I don't know if that was necessarily true, but I don't know.
Like, yeah, I want to be the best, but I don't want to say it.
Sure, I'll do my best, guys.
All right, so last question about the for Team Impulse specifically. Where do you guys fall? Like, where do you guys fall in the 10 teams? Like, no PR bullshit, but like, where realistically and analytically, where do you feel sound and are capable of your abilities? Like,
upper middle of the pack.
Upper middle of the pack, top 4?
Top 4.
Top 4, top 5. Probably first split, top 5, and then maybe second split, top 3.
Nice.
There's some
exciting.
hype in there. There's some hype in there. Accumulate those LCS circuit points, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. I checked recently on your Twitter, and there's a ton of XiaoWhere'sXiao pictures all
Who
over
doesn't
the
love
place.
XiaoWhere'sXiao?
Yeah. So we're gonna play a little game.
Okay.
Since there's so many pictures, it's just him eating and sleeping.
Just
Where
being
does it come?
himself.
Yeah, where does it come from actually? Like, do you just?
Well, I had to up my Twitter game, so I figured I'd just post XiaoWhere'sXiao pictures.
You're just like feeding off of him. You're like, well, this guy, that's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna play a game called
XiaoWhere'sXiao.
So it's basically Where's
Genius.
Waldo, and it's basically Where's Waldo, and
We've taken some of the photos of him, and we have photoshopped them into one of the pictures from Where's Waldo. And there's the beginner, the intermediate,
Intermediate.
and expert levels of
So
Where's XiaoWhere'sXiao.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna just bring it up on the screen here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's your beginner. Now, don't
both
scroll
said-
yet.
Are we supposed to be?
You need to
Yeah,
find
you both
him.
can.
You
found
can
him.
both look. Wow.
All right, you already found it in the
Can't
first.
be.
There's no time, right then and there. Where are we at? Where are we at? Okay.
Oh, wait. Now you can slide to the right
He's
to
on
see
the
if you're
railing.
correct.
Wait,
Wait,
on
wait,
the
am I
railing.
supposed to be working with Adrian?
Yeah, you're
you
supposed
guys
to be
are
working
supposed
with
to be
Adrian. You're
working
bot
together.
lane. Is this where you go?
That's it.
Oh, so we found.
Okay, you
okay,
found it. All right,
nice
now
job,
that's
Tim.
the intermediate. Now, okay, timer, go.
I think so.
He found it so fast.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
This guy's-
I know my
Your
teammates.
skills are crazy.
Alright,
This is
am
good
I
map
right?
awareness right here, you guys.
Yeah, okay, I was saying.
All right, yeah. And
Alright,
then
so this is the
the
Oh,
expert.
God.
Holy moly.
Timer.
Alright, find him, Adrian. I need your help.
All right, we finally proven a challenge.
Yeah, I actually don't know where it is. What if I find Waldo? Does that count?
No, it's not. Where's Waldo? It's XiaoWhere'sXiao.
Oh, okay.
XiaoWhere'sXiao. Is it
Where is the XiaoWhere'sXiao? No, it's just XiaoWhere'sXiao.
There.
Oh, okay. He got
Oh,
it.
it's a big truck! Yeah, right.
Nice job, Adrian.
It's
Way to
like
go,
beginner,
man.
nothing.
Okay.
And medium, nothing.
We did
Expert,
it, team.
where's he at?
Is there? I know that we had a fun game there, but is there anything specific in season 5 that you guys are like looking forward to? Any specific champions that you kind of favor? I know that you played Varus a little bit back in the past.
Are you looking to bring any of those back?
No.
He's like, there's no hope. How do you feel about the new AD carry, Kalista? Do you have any hope? I know that there have been statements about her just being absolutely terrible, and there have been people who say she's great. What do you think?
She's pretty good right now, but right now I think in the patch 5.1 she's a little bit broken right now because her attack
got buffed.
speed. Well, no, like broken meaning like her attack or her jump is like it doesn't work properly. So I
It's
don't.
bugged?
Yeah, like a little bit bugged.
Like when you target.
Now you can like
target.
switch your target and your right. They like
Is that what
did
it
some
is?
strange thing where you can like.
It's mainly with her
change your-
passive. It like
go past a certain attack
like
speed.
once you go past 1.7% attack, 1.7 attack speed, it just starts to like doesn't work as well as should have. So or like well as it should. So, but previous to that change, she was pretty good with like the Ruined Hurricane build, just because she's really
Yeah.
she's like Vayne on steroids. Like you can't actually like hit her. So it's I don't know.
You've had some deep dark bad dreams
Yeah,
about that.
it's
in
really
the
bad.
mid lane, right?
I actually can't even like auto attack her. Like
It's like you
just
miss
too
all your auto.
difficult.
There's all the ults going
Why?
on.
We'll be seeing her though, like especially after the buff. We'll be seeing her.
Is there any specific supports that you kind of want to see, or like anything in the meta for bot lane to head towards? You want to go revert back to season 2?
I want
where
them to
AD
remove Gromp and Krugs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want them to remove that too.
You guys don't like the
It's
start?
It's really.
Well,
broken.
it's just really.
It's just like having double golems back in like season 2.
Yeah, but like the wave randomly pushes back and forth. Like when we get the lane, we
like
might
so
miss it.
you either
Like, let's just say both teams do Gromp and Krugs. Like one team, what if like one team just gets an extra creep, like of experience, then you lose. So yeah, and then you're like, okay.
They hit level 2 first, right?
Yeah.
It's just the level advantage.
It's I mean obviously there's some way you can like work around it, but it's just kind of annoying that that's like an extra factor in like a standard lane phase.
Do you overall dislike the jungle changes, or is that the only one that you really dislike?
It was just that one, I think, right?
Yeah. And the new gates are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
the
new
gates,
gates they've just been
pretty cool.
implemented.
Does that kind of like change anything
No.
on a sub level of? No, it's just
you
like
get to the jungle faster and.
I don't even
Maybe
remember
level
it's
ones will
there.
be more.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, we can all just go out at the same time. Same gate.
I always ask AD carries this question. I know that it's old, but I want to kind of like get your opinion on it. Back a couple patches way back when, Bloodthirster is like the king of all AD carry items and
yeah.
whatnot.
Uh-huh.
I want your opinion on RNG crit or base flat damage of lifesteal. What is your what is weighted? How does this power AD carries up to carry games, or how does that work?
I don't know. Kind of forgot about that. It's like annoying to deal with RNG, especially in lane. You don't get to see it too much in lane because you don't get crit too early unless you go like Avarice Blade. But it's just like an annoying thing to deal with. But I do like having that IE PD power spike, especially against tanks, instead of having like a BT PD power spike where you actually just tickle them and then it doesn't do anything.
So when you guys are importing all these different players on your team, LPL and LCK, I guess what they're calling it now, are going on. Are you guys watching a lot, or are you taking from different players, or are you kind of theory crafting your own? Or
I mean, yeah, like a little bit of both. We just we obviously watch the games, like see what they're picking, just so we can, I wouldn't say we completely copy them, but it's like a good thing to know why they're picking these champions, or what makes these champions so strong for them, and even though everyone does just saying the Koreans are the best or whatever, but you can't necessarily always copy them.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't there certain things that work for them that just flat out don't work out for us?
I mean, yeah,
champion-wise?
I guess a lot of people say Korean Rengars are just
Yeah, I was gonna
completely.
I was gonna mention
That's what you're
Rengar
going for,
specifically.
yeah.
quote unquote Moon. Everyone actually doesn't know how to play Rengar, therefore we can counter Rengar in NA.
That was me.
Yeah, that was you.
I made that statement a really long time ago. I'm so sorry.
NA knows how to counter Rengar, therefore Dandy just crushes
No,
everyone.
he's just OP. Do
Yeah.
you think that also accounts for other champions?
I don't know. I think Rengar is the only one that people.
Maybe
thought
Lee
of.
Sin.
Maybe Leah. Lee, obviously is a really strong champion, but high skill cap, and especially in the competitive settings, if you don't get snowball with objectives or kills, then you're not gonna have a fun time.
Speaking of jungle changes, with Smite being able to smite new champions and all these different
yeah.
items, Poacher's Knife,
How does that affect you?
does that affect bot lane at
it
all?
like,
Is that
dang.
I get smited.
I got
yeah,
smited.
you get slowed, right? I hate that so much.
Yeah.
I don't like it,
I'll be
but I'm a
be in
jumper.
lane and I'll say oh, there's an extra exhaust on me for some
Yeah.
reason.
It's pretty frustrating.
Does that buff jungles, and that's another thing you have to be afraid of or be attentive, I guess.
How much does
for
that
you,
affect
or-
game potential on you?
Exactly.
I guess it's just another thing you have to worry about. I don't think it's so annoying where I wouldn't want it in the game. It's just something you have to keep in mind. Oh, this guy can smite me twice. Sick.
Okay, for the new changes in season 5, I know that it's well far in the distance, but coming in for the different teams, I know that Adrian said that Wild Turtle and Less Boy is that duo
That's the
that you're
bot
looking forward to going against. Apollo, I want your opinion on who is there
for
anyone
the
else besides them?
Bot lane duo?
Yeah.
I think CLG's bot lane, DoubleLift and Afro have probably been the top 4 in terms of lane phase, just because they're really good at punishing mistakes and manipulating the wave. I mean, I think each bot lane has like their own strengths, so it's just hard to tell who's going to be like the best. Right?
What do you guys consider to be your personal bot lane strength?
We don't have any.
You're just terrible.
Yeah.
No, what are they really?
I don't know.
He's like, I'm not telling you my secret.
No
telling my
secrets are being
strength.
spilled today. Shout out to plugins, guys, or what do you got? Sponsors?
Shout out to our sponsor, Zubu, the best
Yeah.
streaming platform.
Ever.
The greatest streaming platform, and shout out to all our fans.
To believe in the new LMQ, Team Impulse.
Tip hype. Yeah.
And our great COO, Alex Gu.
Aww.
Yeah!
What am I talking about?
All right, that wraps up our show. I'm Leonix.
I'm Moon. This is brought to you by SK Gaming.
Big thanks to HyperX for providing the studio.
And thank you to Adrian and Apollo for coming and talking to us on our show.
problem.
Yeah, big major applause, you guys. Give one more. One more. All right. If you want more coverage just like this, be sure to check out SK Gaming on YouTube. Other than that, until next
Peace out.
time.